Hello, everyone, and welcome to the new Tier List Tuesday. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 10 data sheets in the game that really need some love.
Absolutely. There's a lot of units in Warhammer 40,000, and not all of them are maybe as optimal as we'd like them to be.
No, now some of these on these lists are going to be just truly terrible data sheets, and then
tragic.
some are going to be personally we just want them fixed, right? They just need to be better, right? Mm-hmm. Now, before we get too much into it, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and then also tell us which one of your data sheets you just want to be better, because I'm sure there's absolutely plenty we're going to miss on this list. Mm-hmm. And then remember to check out the War Room, thewarroom.vhx.tv, or start your 3-day free trial. We have lots of strategy content, more content just in general on the channel, battle reports, how to get better, breakdowns of the games we play, just plenty of good stuff. It also gets you access to our international Discord where you can actually literally talk to me and John or plenty of other people. And you can also just become a member of the YouTube channel. It's literally the same thing. You just have to get it in a different way than the website itself. And then past that, I think we should just get into it.
Yeah. So the context for this is we think of some of these data sheets that came out and were just awful across this edition. Mm-hmm. And many of them have gotten some glow ups. Like we saw Vashtor the Archifane. We saw the Lord Discordant. We've Laz Chickens 3 different times.
Is it really 3 different times?
I think
it's pretty close, actually.
I think 2, but,
it's 2 or 3. Yeah.
But we've seen a lot of data sheets that just got some glow ups, and we're looking at some candidates that we believe deserve the next shot. Mm-hmm. Like if GW is going to go in the next balanced data slate and find some units and just say we're going to give you some love, these are the ones that we think deserve it. So let's start off with number 10 on this list. Number 10 on the list is the Von Ryan's Leaper.
Yeah, I have played against this in the early days of 10, but that was because they were in the starter box.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen them since.
Every 6 to 9 months, I like to take a couple units out for a spin and then put them back. Mm-hmm. So the Von Ryan Leapers, it's a really dynamic new model that came out in the starter box. It's one of the best starter box models, especially. And it's a squad of 3 little baby lictors, and it's genuinely just really cool. And their role is as an infiltrating skirmish unit. And they have this package of rules that lures you in, because how could it be bad when they have 4 universal special rules? They're 3-wound models that infiltrate, they're stealthy, they fight first, those are all good rules that I like to have.
That is a very strong combination.
They're T5, 3 wounds, 4 up armor safe, 6 up involvement. Wow, John, why are you talking about this unit? What do you mean it's bad? Well, it's because it stops there.
There's nothing else.
There's nothing else after that. Their actual special rule is a 0 command point heroic intervention, which is kind of interesting because it's a fights first unit.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
And then their combat is, lacking. Yeah. There's 6 attacks each of weapon skill 3, strength 5, AP 1, damage 1, which is sufficient for
Oh, they're not damage 2?
Strength 5, AP 1, damage 1. I know, if they're in Synapse, they will be strength 6.
Sure.
But they'll still be weapon skill 3, AP 1, damage 1, which means they're really only fit for killing most of a Howling Banshee squad before the Exarch one-taps the unit.
Yeah, so I remember the few times I've played against this unit, I just charged into it and just kind of took it and then killed him.
Yeah. It's just a unit that fundamentally doesn't fill its role.
No, especially since your other lictors are just good.
Yeah,
right, that's the problem.
Yeah, it's there's 70 points for 3. And so you're oh, well, it's a lictor is 60 points. Genuinely better in combat. It's 6 attacks instead of 18. But then their strength 7, AP 2, damage 2 instead of 5, 1, 1, and weapon skill 2.
Better. Yeah, that's
and then they're inherently precision. And then lictors also are stealthy, infiltrating fights first. And then the lictor has other rules.
This is really bad.
The Von Ryan Leaper does not have other rules. That 0 CP heroic, because it's 0 CP heroic even if you've already done it.
Okay, that's nice.
Which is cool, but that lures you into this plan of ooh, I can just have multiple Von Ryan Leapers, heroic all over the place. They'll cover my whole army. The problem is that fights first isn't a thing you want multiple of.
No.
Because the second fights first unit gets punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
The first one's cool, but the second one just gets punched. And these things are made of tissue paper.
Yeah.
So it's not helping you to heroic multiple of these things in. And then it also, I have this problem with 0 CP heroic being the rule. I like it as an ingress. I don't like it as the heroic because heroic intervention, if it's a problem, your opponent already has to avoid it.
Yeah.
And if it's not a problem, they don't care.
You can also sequence it so that like when because the cool thing with the even though is that you can do multiple heroics, but then your opponent just makes the Von Ryan's heroic first.
And then no one else gets to.
And then no one else gets to, right? Yeah, it's like
unless
super
you
easy
use
to
a
get around.
second unit of Von Ryan.
Unless you have more Von Ryans, yeah. So it like doesn't quite work. It sounds like this unit just it just missed the mark.
It really did. It's an infiltrating skirmish unit that can only beat up opponents like bare minimum trash. Like this unit is suitable for clearing out squads of Kroot Hounds.
Sure.
And like 5 Eldar Rangers.
It's kind of an expensive job for it.
It's an expensive job for it. And then this unit, as a fights first unit, it doesn't solve anything that wanted to actively charge a Tyranid.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like the best use case is that you kill 3 or 4 Howling Banshees before they swing. But genuinely, the Exarch and 1 Howling Banshee has good odds to kill.
Just kill it. Yeah, because the big thing with fights first is you really got to follow up and
like then be alive.
be alive after.
Yeah.
Or like you just kill them on the fights first.
Either one.
So it doesn't do any of these things.
Doesn't do either of those things.
So Von Ryans, thumbs down. On to the next one. Next up, we have number 9, the Chaos Knight Ruinator.
You know, there seems to be a theme here of we're going to pick models that came out this year and should have done literally anything at all.
Literally anything at all.
Instead of what they do.
Yeah, it's nice when new data sheets come out and they're playable. Now, I don't want them to be broken. Okay, I don't want that, right? But I do want them to at least be played with.
This tier list is basically proof that GW does not write rules to sell models.
That's true. That's true.
I just don't believe it.
Yeah.
So the Chaos Knight Ruinator is the brand new Titanic Knight that came out with the Chaos Knight release. Now, the Chaos Knight release, the Ruinator's release obviously got glossed over because 1, it's awful. 2, because the rest of the Chaos Knight Codex was so strong in the meta that Chaos Knight players weren't mad about the Ruinator.
That's actually true. But I don't even know what the Ruinator does.
I'm mad about the Ruinator.
What does he do?
Okay, so the Ruinator it's a big Titanic Knight, and I'll point out that of the like 4 different Titanic Knight options, this one is the most expensive.
Got it. It's the Abhorrent class or whatever it's called?
Yeah, the Abhorrent class.
Got it, okay.
So it comes with this big drill, which is 4 attacks of damage 6. It's like a power fist, the same that the other knights get.
Sure.
It has a sweep profile that's not very good.
Okay.
So the Ruinator comes with 2 weapons. He has this Flamer, which is 2d6 shots, ignores cover of 8, strength 8 AP, 1 damage 2.
Okay.
And then his missiles, which are like his chest rockets, are 2d6 shots of strength 8 AP 2 damage 2 and hits on 3s. And so it's a lot of like 8 AP 1 ignore cover or AP 2 damage 2.
Sure.
So the strength 8 damage 2 immediately lends you thinking like, this is the Space Marine Tactical Marine Killer.
But it's only okay.
Which it's okay at, but it really doesn't like Armor Contempt.
No. Hates Armor Contempt.
Hates Armor Contempt.
Hates Armor Contempt.
And so then like what it does at that point is it's like, okay, so this is it's got these rules. It picks a unit at the start of a game and it rerols wounds against it. And when that target dies, it picks a new target and it rerols wounds against it.
That's actually not a bad rule.
Which is not a bad rule, but then you remember that it's a strength 8 weapon that is only good at killing a Marine.
Wait, is this all its guns?
Yeah, we're done.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay, so
Not even a
so it has the 2d6 missiles that are 8/2/2.
Yep.
And it has the 2d6 flamer that is 7/1/2.
8/1/2.
8/1/2. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Oh, and the missile, or not the punchy.
It has the chain fist as well.
I'm understanding a lot now.
Yeah, the chain fist
I'm
is like 4
understanding a lot
attacks.
now.
No, the chain fist does have a sweep to its credit.
Okay.
Which the sweep is 10 attacks of 9/2/2, which means
why are these strength break points are all just
I know they're all wrong.
Yeah.
So where this ends up is it can reroll wounds, but then you remember that its ideal target is like 2 wound models.
Right.
Because if you shoot it at like a vehicle with reroll wounds, you're wounding on 5s and you're not high enough volume or AP for me to like feel good about this play.
I like to actually care. Yeah.
And then against infantry, like the ideal tactical Marine target, it's just rerolling 1s to wound against 1 unit on the board.
Yeah, this sucks.
It's not good. Its other rule is for War Dogs. It's a 6-inch aura for War Dogs. Of the War Dogs get +1 AP when they shoot the closest eligible target.
Now that's not a bad rule.
Not shoot, attack. So it does work in combat.
Okay, that's not a bad rule. Actually.
That's not bad. Like that's the old Brigand rule, kind of like migrated over here. And the Brigands liked that rule.
It just needs to work on him.
It just needs to work on him.
Yeah, like if it worked on him, his weapons would be a little menacing at least.
Yeah, there's this really big problem where like the combined Chaos Knight lists don't work well because of the detachments. They all push you very hard in one direction or the other.
Sure.
And then like the dogs don't want to be clustering around one knight. And if they did, they would want the reroll knight, not the +1 AP knight. And so you just end up with this guy being sad. Like his weapons are built to only kill intercessors. And he's not that good at it.
No.
And they sure as heck don't kill anything bigger than an intercessor.
No, this guy just needs a fundamental does damage buff.
Yeah, they need to rewrite every single like weapon on his profile.
I like his ability. That's a really cool ability.
Yeah.
He just needs to actually kill something.
He needs bigger weapons if he's going to be a hunter.
I would agree with you. I would agree. That's what the vibe is, right? He's rolling wounds. He's making it so that your war dogs like get +1 AP.
Yeah.
To me, this sounds like a monster vehicle hunter that isn't good at doing that.
Doesn't go to doing
That
that.
doesn't go to that. So thumbs down on this guy.
Yeah, very sad because the model's quite cool. Getting this big like flamer cannon and chest missiles and this drill on like the Chaos Knights.
Yeah, that
should have been a really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So sad face.
Sad on that one.
On to the next one.
On to the next. So going on to our number 8 spot here. We're going on to Belial. Belial of the Dark Angels as a man who needs a facelift.
Is this the bike guy?
No,
on
Belial is
foot?
the Terminator captain.
Oh.
So you may not know this because you've never seen a Belial on the table.
I've never seen a Belial.
Belial got a new model this edition in the same box that gave us the new Deathwing Knights.
I really didn't know that,
Yeah,
actually.
because he's the first company captain for the Dark Angels.
Okay, sure.
And Belial is historically is supposed to be like a really good combat character. He's supposed to be that combination of hits hard, tough.
Okay.
Back in 9th edition, Adam and I were talking about him, and we came up with a term to describe him that I've since used in other things, but this was originally for Belial, which is buffer, beater, fridge.
Okay.
Because he used to buff his unit, he used to beat face in, and he was built like a fridge.
Okay, those are good 3 rules.
Buffer, beater, fridge is like the perfect character.
Yeah, that's great.
He is no longer any of those.
That's tough.
So Belial's rules are really where he's going to fall short here.
Okay.
The rules that he gives his unit is that when they roll a critical hit, so this would be a 6 unless you find a way for crit 5s, which I'm not really aware of.
I'm not
9 for this.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And so you just get critical hits or precision, which means you still have to wound.
Yeah.
And so you have to now roll them separately, which as a mechanic irks me because it'd be mathematically the same to make the wound roll, but then it'd be easier because I'm already there.
Yeah.
But no, it's the hits. So you have to be like, oh, this 6, that's a precision 2. All right, well, that didn't matter.
That's probably the most annoying part of this rule.
Honestly, other than the fact that it does nothing. Because he could give his whole unit precision. I'd be like, oh, that's
Whole unit precision actually would have been a perfectly fine and balanced rule.
like, okay.
Literally fine.
His other rule is for him specifically, which is that when a melee attack is allocated to this model, not as a unit, model.
Okay.
At the end of the activation, which means he has to be alive at this point.
Okay.
You can roll a number of dice equal to the number of wounds allocated to this model. So it's successful wound rolls.
Got it. So this is the bad version of the Death Guard Chaos Ball.
Yes. And you roll a dice every 4+ to a max of 6 dice being rolled is a mortal wound.
Okay.
So it's basically if you charge into a unit of orc boys and they wound you at least 6 times, you throw a grenade at them in combat.
Well, what's his defensive and melee like?
So he's just a very standard Terminator captain. He's T5, 2 up armor, 4 pinnacle, and 6 wounds. He's the exact same defensive profile as a Terminator captain.
Okay.
His combat is 6 attacks. This is the Sword of Secrets. This is like the legendary weapon that genuinely used to like wound the entire game on 2s.
Okay.
It is strength 6, AP 2 damage, 2, 6 attacks. Precision.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not even strength 8.
Not strength 6.
Not even strength 8.
And it's just AP 2.
Yeah, so this guy does literally nothing. Is actually, and he's more expensive than a regular Terminator captain.
Oh, obviously.
See, what's that really sad about that is like the regular Terminator captain at least gives you the strat reduction.
And reroll charges.
And reroll charges.
Yeah.
Like that just does more.
Could take an enhancement.
And could even still take an enhancement
You
to
could,
buff the unit further.
If you wanted, just have the Terminator captain only use his free strat on Epic Challenge. And now he's also carrying the Sword of Secrets.
It really does work that way.
You could.
Maybe even slightly better because you get a power fist on the Terminator captain.
No.
He's A2 right?
No, he's taking the Relic Blade.
Oh, he's taking the relic blade. Got it. Got it.
To be 6 attacks of 6/2/2.
This is a sad day.
It's a sad day.
Belial is bad.
Belial's bad. He just needs a complete rewrite. His 2 rules need to not be there and they need to be something else.
Well, this really is 3 new Datasheets in a row that are just bad.
Well,
that's sad.
Michael,
that's sad.
I feel like we're looking at 10 in a row.
We might be, I guess. Let's find out.
Next on our list is number 7, the Sulfur Hound.
Okay, so the AdMech Sulfur Hounds are a super sick model.
Yes, I remember in 9th edition there were terrors on the tabletop. You know, at that LVO, I think 27 was the max you could take.
That sounds about right.
I played against 54 AdMech Cavalry at an LVO in 9th edition. 54.
One, that does sound awesome. That sounds super sick.
Yeah.
Two, I cannot imagine painting that many of those guys because those guys are hard to paint.
They are.
They're like super hard to paint.
Yeah. Which no one would know because you haven't seen them in 3 years.
You have not seen them in 3 years. No, you have not seen them. So why is the Sulfur Hound here? Let's look at what it does, all right? So it moves 12, right? It's a 2 wound, T4, 4 up armor guy.
Great start.
5 up invuln.
Yeah, probably.
Pretty normal.
Probably not expensive.
Probably not. And then we have a variety of guns, right? So we have a 9-inch flamer pistol, strength 3, AP 1 for 1. 9 inches no lid.
The dog
the dog breath. Okay. Right. And then we have the Mechanicus pistol, which is 1 shot, 12 inches, 611.
Any chance that each guy comes with 2 of those?
No,
No, just 1.
just 1.
Okay.
However, would be sick if they were.
I know, right? Like colormorphing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
No, not today.
Just 1.
And then one guy can replace the pistol thing with the blast carbine.
And the blast carbine, you said carbine in the name. Is that by any chance pistol?
No, it is not. It's also a blast weapon. So you super can't fire it in combat.
Got it. But then more specifically, if you fire it, you can't fire of that dog.
The breath.
So you give up both of your guns to have this blast carbine.
Yeah, you get a phosphorus pistol too. So the carbine is D6 blast at terrible AP0 1 damage. It doesn't do anything. And then this pistol is worse than the other pistol. It's just 401.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really made a distinction there.
Yes, they've made a clear distinction. Okay. So then we get into the melee profile, right? So you do get lots of horsey attacks. You get 4 horsey attacks.
That's like 4 per horse?
4 per horse.
Okay, that's like twice as good as a real horse.
These 4 horsey attacks hit on 4s, strength 4, AP0 for 1.
Okay. That is twice as good as a rough rider by definition.
That's actually really funny.
And how's the other?
And then you get the cavalry blade. Notably, the rider is the one with the extra attacks.
Oh.
Not the horse.
Oh, the reversal. Okay.
Which means you can never add attacks to this profile.
Thank goodness, really.
You get 1 attack that is going to be anti-vehicle 4 up, devastating wounds, and it's just a strength 5, AP 1 for 1.
Got it. Weapon skill. Oh, that's like
weapon skill 4. Yeah, weapon skill 4, baby.
So unit of 3 of these is 12 horse attacks because the dog's kicking you, and then 3 attacks of damage 1 dev wounds, anti-vehicle 4+.
That's right.
That's rough.
And then they have 1 special rule. So when you end the charge move, it's literally JPI mortals, except 1 caveat. If you are within 6 inches of an AdMech battle line unit, you get to add 2 to the roll. So you get 2 up JPR charge rolls.
And this is a unit of 3 to 6?
3 to 6.
Yeah, okay. I know they used to be 9, and I know they're no longer 9.
They are no longer 9.
So like if you take 6 of these, you could charge someone and deal a couple of mortals. But then you're probably in combat with something that is not happy about you.
And then you deal all those attacks with those horse limbs.
Yeah. I don't know. This feels like it really could kill like a squad of aspect warriors on the charge.
You see, it depends, right? Because
you're gonna do
these aspect warriors have 3 up armors these days.
Yeah. But you've got like 3 mortals.
Oh, you do have the charge mortals. That's true. You have the charge mortals.
I think
That's right.
You can get the last guy.
You probably can get there.
Yeah. If you're near battle line, you actually you can kill most of them on the charge.
Yeah, so there's like some glaring issues on this data sheet because we just did vomit a lot of technical rules that they have, but not many of them do anything, right? So the flamer is 9 inches at strength 3.
Yeah.
Which is like actually terrible. That's
It's
just
such
bad.
a weird number. Like, why is it 9 inches?
Yeah. And
Why is it
literally
strength 3?
all the other guns are bad.
Yes.
The melee, the fact that the extra attacks are on the sword, not the horses, so you can't get extra attacks on the good attacks. Because I think AdMech has a couple ways to manipulate that, but I'm not 100%
I'm not
familiar.
actually sure on that.
That's bad. And they're really squishy.
Yes.
They're just 2 wounds at basically a 5 roll at T4.
And they're not expensive at 55 for 3.
No.
They're not expensive because they don't do anything. And then like I would rather take something else if I wanted a cheap unit to do nothing.
Yeah, AdMech isn't lacking for cheap units that do stuff. So they're just like, this doesn't really do anything.
They're still more expensive per model than like a Sikaran Infiltrator or a Rust Stalker. And that's just not.
Oh my God, they are.
And like they're both T4 2 wounds.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah.
That's so bad that they're more points per wound than a.
But they are.
Yeah, thumbs down. So basically, we read this data sheet and we were like, yeah, this is actually really horrible. I have not seen a Sulfur Hound on the table all edition. I don't think I'm going to see a Sulfur Hound on the table this edition.
So dramatic changes will be required.
Yeah, dramatic changes will be required. Goodbye, Silverhounds.
Just not it.
On to the next one.
All right. The next one is going to be number 6 on our list, and that is going to be Trazen the Infinite, because he's infinitely bad. Trazen the Infinite is truly one of a kind.
Yeah.
Not only is I believe he's now the only resin finecast character other than the Deceiver, like actual Necron left.
Yeah,
the resin plastic.
The rest all died.
And they left this one here
They left it.
for reasons I cannot possibly explain.
Well, Johnny's infinite.
He is infinite. How can you get rid of him?
he can
He
always
does a very good novel about him. Actually, it's a really good book.
Oh, I should read it then.
The Infinite Divines. It's
Okay.
quality content. But Trazen, he's got a very normal Necron Lord profile. He's D5. He's got an invuln. He's a couple wounds.
Tube save?
Tube save. Sure. He's a good Necron Lord. His combat is incredibly deficient. It's 4 attacks, weapon skill 2, which is actually pretty good for Necrons.
That is pretty good, actually.
Sustained D3. Wow. Here's the bad part, John. The rest of this. Strength 7. It's a little bit low. AP 0. Damage D3.
Got it.
So this is the Empathic Obliterator, just to make you sad about what could have been. The old Empathic Obliterator was any time you killed a model, you immediately made an attack against every model with the same name in that unit. So if you killed, I'm not joking, dude, this guy's crazy.
Wait, what?
If you killed an orc boy,
Okay.
and a unit of 30 orc boys, because that was the size at the time,
You would make 29 attacks?
you would make one on the knob. So you'd make 28 attacks against the unit if you went in and killed one orc boy.
Oh, because
It was an Empathic
the
Obliterator.
boss knob is not the same
It's not
name.
the same guy.
Okay.
Yep. You would just go, and it wasn't like a good attack, but it was like this kind of attack.
Would it chain?
The unit. It wouldn't keep going until.
Oh, okay. I mean, like with those new attacks.
No. Just happened once. Anyways, now it's 4 attacks of AP 0 damage D3, which is just AP 0. This has been my biggest complaint about Necrons, besides like their power balance being a roller coaster.
Right.
Is that you get these weapons, and this is a great example, which is like this technology is so ancient that the lesser races like the Eldar think that it's magic. This is so impossibly esoteric. The Obliterator of Worlds, he points at you and your atoms restructure themselves into hula hoops. AP 0 damage D3? The Empathic Obliterator finds everything similar to you and it goes into its neurons and rewrites them so that you kill yourself. Strength 7 AP 0? Like, what are we doing?
Well, John,
this thing should ignore armor saves, invulns, feel no pains, and toughness.
have you considered though what happens when you roll 4 6s to hit, right? And then we add 12 hits in. So now we're at 16 hits. And then let's say we're hitting, a greater demon, right? And we wound
On 5s.
We wound, let's see, 16 times.
Okay. Well,
And
at that point,
they
they're cooked.
fail all their invulns. And then we roll 3 damage on every roll. So then they take 48 damage.
I suppose
That's the power you're missing.
I am
okay?
missing that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. You don't get the ceiling. Of
I'll
what
buy
this
a
could
lottery
be.
ticket. Okay.
So yeah, this is a great example of like where sometimes the lore and the tabletop don't really match up because Necron technology is genuinely insane. Like it's completely insane how powerful it is. And this is a pathetic weapon.
It is pathetic. Necron characters should all just like unwrite the stars.
Yep.
And they're written like they do. Like they're written like everything that comes out of their pinky finger is stronger than a Menhir. It's just jokes.
It's jokes.
So anyways,
We're not done with this
We're
guy.
not done.
We're not done.
He's not a combat character, so we can forgive him for having a bad combat weapon. If this wasn't an Empathic Obliterator,
Sure.
I would just say like, whatever, it's a bad force weapon and move on from it. If it's sustained D3 instead of AP1.
It is actually just a bad force weapon.
It's just a bad force weapon.
Yep.
But that's fine. It's really okay. Honestly, the sustained D3 is probably better than the 1 AP that a force weapon would have.
That's probably pretty close.
However, his rules, because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wow, with a weapon like that, Trazen can't kill anything. But you're wrong. There is one thing that Trazen the Infinite can kill every time.
No dice required.
In your command phase, he can pick any Necron infantry on the table, except
Epic
for
Heroes and Corpec Lords.
and he can kill them. And then you just replace them
With Trazen the
with
Infinite.
Trazen. And now he's leading the unit, which is great because you can use this to lead units that you otherwise couldn't lead.
That's right.
Like Canoptic Wraiths.
Yeah.
If you've ever wanted your Canoptic Wraiths to have Trays in the Infinite attached, all you need to do is pay a Technomancer as an enhancement.
Yeah.
And then Treason.
Now you may be like, well, what if I played Awakened Dynasty? And then I could 1 CP res my guy when I killed them and just move Trazen around.
Yeah.
Turns out Trazen's rule does have one, notable limitation on it, is that you cannot trigger any rules that trigger on death.
Yeah, just to make sure.
So any cool combo you were just thinking of, gone. Get that out of your brain.
And Trazen's on like a 25 millimeter base. You're never gaining movement on this because he's
smaller than all the
still
other
on a 20.
ones.
He's the smallest character in the book. He's on a 25 millimeter base. Just like think of how ridiculous a Necron on a 25 looks these days.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's rough. And his final rule is, you know what, a somewhat acceptable rule.
Okay.
It's not great, but his unit stickies objectives.
Okay. That's neat.
That is a fine backup rule. But his primary rule is kill one of your own models and put so that you get sticky there and no combat.
Yeah, so like you look at your Canoptic Wraiths, right? And you think about your Technomancer leading them. You're like, wow, would I rather have a 5-up Feel No Pain where my unit can live forever on the objective anyway and always control it? Or what if I stickied it and then left and then let my Canoptic Wraiths die?
Yeah. So the use case that I have come up with, this is the best I've got, so please forgive me for this, is that if someone is tagging your Wraiths in combat, and you need to get out of combat, but they're only tagging the Technomancer. You take Trazen alone. He doesn't join anything. He just sits on your home objective and stickies it like a bad Intercessor squad.
Sure.
And you're just thinking like, boy, he's never going to use this rule, but hey, he's just sticking my objective for an amount of points that is surely less than a squad of Intercessors. It is 5 points less than a squad of Intercessors, 75. And then your opponent has managed to engage your Technomancer, but only your Technomancer.
You can break him out.
You break him out. You kill the Technomancer. You put Trays in there. He's so small.
And then you res a Wraith with reanimation protocols.
Exactly. You basically have gotten fallback and act without having a Technomancer.
It only costs you your Technomancer.
It only costs you a Technomancer.
I think this is a good deal.
And there's now no screening your home objective.
This is awesome.
This is good. This is good.
Yeah. So all Necron players should pay 75 points for the
plus
niche,
whatever a Technomancer costs
for the niche scenario. That we just described. Yeah. So anyway, this guy's on this list because he does literally nothing. He's like, so what he does is he kills your models to sticky objectives. Now that is irrelevant because you bring your characters because of the unique, because they're one good and the unique benefits they bring to your unit. There is no character that you're bringing that's like, yeah, I just threw this guy in here so he could get Trazened. Like, that's not a thing. That's not a thing that happens, right? He doesn't give a cool... It'd be different if he gave like a really interesting bonus to his unit. So killing your character was like a cost you had to do so that your unit was like souped up. But he does not do that.
This wouldn't be worth it, but what would be cool is if Trazen gave his unit fallback, shoot, and charge.
Or something along those lines.
And then you could be like, wow, this unit will not be useful with the current character attached. I will now cycle Trazen in.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
So that is, to be clear, that is, I believe, I think that's the second best use of Trazen. Because in my opinion, the best use of Trazen is you attach him to a unit of like Immortals or Warriors.
Okay.
And you deploy them so that he's firmly in the middle. Okay. Michael knows. Okay. And then I see turn one, you sacrifice a Geo Psychomancer.
Okay.
And Trazen leaves the unit.
And you break your own
coherency. You break your own coherency, so you kill half your warriors.
Okay.
And now you run these warriors up to a wall next to an objective.
And then you rest onto the objective.
Because this would work if your opponent had the ability to one-tap an objective.
That's perfect.
Exactly.
Wow, you're gaming. You should be a Necron player.
I honestly...
You've already...
I don't know what everyone's doing with the Silent King and the Nightbringer. I feel like this is the tech that they should be thinking about. It's the hidden tech. Except it's TEK because we're doing it Necron style.
Goodbye, Trazen the Infinite.
Trazen's bad.
This is terrible.
Just rewrite. Just all of his rules, remove them, put something else in, and we're good.
We read this data sheet and we considered moving this guy up higher on the list. This was how bad this guy was.
He's pretty rough.
This is terrible. So let's go to number 5.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Number 5 is going to be the Exalted Sorcerer, Michael.
Yeah, so I feel quite strongly about this one.
Oh, yeah, you do.
So Exalted Sorcerers, as you know, and historically have been like great wizards that deal buku's damage, right? You cast spells and you just like, like in 9th edition, like literally what an Exalted Sorcerer on disc could do was like fly up, do like 10 mortal wounds to something, and then teleport away with the Cults of Duplicity. You pick him up with the spell cast and then put him back in your deployment zone where he can't be interacted with. It was a super cool thing Thousand Sons could do. I mean, it wasn't fun for your opponent, but it was super fun for me. Now he doesn't do like any damage. His gun is terrible. It's 18 inches. It's on 2s. Strength 6, AP 2 for D3 blast.
How many shots?
D6.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically D6 blast. D3 damage.
Strength 6, AP 2 damage, D3.
Yeah.
That's like...
And has dev wounds inherently.
That's not as bad as you're making it sound.
It's pretty bad.
All right.
So you roll like 2 shots.
Look, maybe I'm just used to like librarians, but like that's not.
Okay, so notably, this is a character that costs the same as the Sus 3 Sorcerer.
Yeah. No, I hear you on that.
They cost the same amount of points.
Yeah. Is this the one on disc or the one on foot?
They have the same. Okay, the gun is functionally the same. The guy on disc has a flamer. The guy on foot has blast and has to hit on 2s.
Okay.
It's just not.
Well, what's his rule do?
He gives a 4-up invuln to Rubric Marines, which sounds awesome. Mm-hmm. I used to like kind of like using this. However, I've discovered in due time, whether your rubrics have a 4-up or a 5-up, they're dead either way. Okay, they're gone. They're right. They are not coming back. Okay, and then he has a resurrection ability, so he can res a Rubric Marine on a 2-up. If he rolls a 1 though, you're going to take D3 damage. You're going to kill one, and then on a 6, you res 2 Rubric Marines, which is cool. But once again,
can you res the 3-1 sorcerer?
Yes, you can. So there's technically like a cool trick you can do in Rubric Phalanx where you run a 10-man with an Exalted Sorcerer and then you kill the Sorcerer. So then you can do the shoot back strat and then you resurrect your dude. But if you ever roll the 1, then you don't actually resurrect the guy. So here's my rant about the Exalted Sorcerer is that they're not like these cool menacing psychers anymore. Like the regular Sorcerer is the cool guy. Right? He's the cool one that like walks up and he deletes God with his Sus 3 lethals, full roll to hit, crazy gun, like stick your enhancements on him.
But when you promote him to an Exalted Sorcerer.
When you promote him to an Exalted Sorcerer, he forgets how to do damage. He just forgets, right? So like the Exalted Sorcerer went from historically how it's always been this really cool aggressive psyker that like could do a bunch of damage and maybe cast a bunch of spells, to like the loser that sits with your Rubric Marines and he like pats each one in the command phase. And he's like, okay, buddy, come on, get back up. Like, it's so lame.
Poking the stick like, come on, get back up.
Yeah, and then the Exalted Sorcerers on disc used to, in the index, even have like the craziest rule maybe we've seen, where it was on a 2-up, you were half move, half advance, half charge. So you would just...
We don't need that.
You just told units to stop doing things.
We don't need that.
Now what he does is mini loan up on a unit, which is like, okay. That's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Got
the Bogos.
He's 100 points. That's really the big problem. He's really expensive. It was good on the Bogos for a moment, right? Even though I'm not convinced that unit was like... It was okay. And he can do -2 move, -2 charge, but with like a bunch of restrictions on it. I think it literally only targets infantry now. I think it actually can't target anything else in the game.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just don't like that their damage is D3. I don't like that they don't feel super epic. Like I have like these super nice, cool, painted, epic Exalted Sorcerers that just don't feel cool anymore.
Regular sorcerers.
Yeah, they literally. Okay, I'm not even cool. I have one really nice painted, like fancy Exalted Sorcerer, right? However, I just play him as a regular Sorcerer now.
That's what you got.
Lore-wise, a weaker Exalted Sorcerer, right? I just know I should never have a list where I'm taking 3 Sorcerers before I've maxed out on Exalted Sorcerer. It's just wrong. It's just wrong.
You should take the good ones. But
I just want them to be cooler. Okay, so what I really want out of this is I want Exalted Sorcerers to be powerful and menacing again, and not little buff guys, right? Because you don't really see Exalted Sorcerers.
No.
Like, you can run them in some very niche scenarios and some very niche detachments to, like, get a janky combo, which is just blatantly worse than just doing the regular thing. And it just... I'm just sad. I really like Exalted Sorcerers, and I'm really sad they're bad.
All right.
I want them better.
I like them just where they are.
And then I'm going to take a bonus one here. Ahriman. Okay. So Ahriman, also like an Exalted Sorcerer, should be better. Okay. So Ahriman is a pathetic
one
gun.
shot in his...
No, that used to be one shot. Okay, he used to have the little mind war thing, but it was different. Okay, and then instead, Armon, the most powerful arch sorcerer of Tzeentch, by the way, this is like the prime psyker of the Thousand Sons, has a little D6 blast gun.
Yeah.
He's the most powerful sorcerer of Tzeentch.
Oh, what's the strength and AP of the damage?
It's like strength 6, AP 1 for D3 damage, I think.
Okay.
Pathetic. And he redeploys. Once again, a unit that provides buffing support instead of killing things like a truly powerful sorcerer should. I want to cast Fireball. I don't want to cast Magic Missile. Okay, there's a big difference. Actually, it's not even Magic Missile because you have to actually hit them.
Tell you what.
Anyway, that's my bonus one.
I hope that in 11th edition or maybe even a 10th edition campaign, you get Aramin's Archivist, which is 6 epic heroes and not characters, and they give you a redeploy.
They should. And Armon should be a beat stick, okay? He should be blasting people with his magic.
Yeah.
And then they nerfed the Black Staff in the Codex. Okay, it got worse.
Black Staff of Aramin.
Yes, the Black Staff of Armon. Okay, he used to just make people be like, no armor saves him. Pow. Pop him.
And now what does he do?
Nothing.
No. How did they nerf the staff?
I think they took an attack away from it. They took an attack or a strength away.
That's rough.
It was a very minor but I'm still upset about it. I'm still upset about it.
I can tell.
Okay?
You're still processing.
Anyway, so all super sorcerers of Tzeentch should do damage, okay? Or do something, or do mortal wounds. I miss that. I miss my lust for magic. Even just flip the sorcerer to the exalted sorcerer. I think that would actually
just changing the
that actually
makes you feel better.
Switch the names actually. Just change the names. That would actually make me happy.
Oh, okay.
Next up, we're gonna have number 4, the Chaos Demon Keeper of Secrets.
The Keeper of Secrets is the greater demon of Slaanesh, and as recently as honestly 10 or 11 months ago.
Yeah, less than a year.
This thing was a competitive choice.
It was great, actually.
However, it has received a new data sheet since then, because when the Emperor's Children Codex came out in March, April, they also put out an index for Chaos Demons to bring it in line.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a sad one.
This was a sad one.
So this is actually the reverse of a lot of what we've seen, where in previous edition, the data sheets were really good and they got a new one in the new edition and then they were kind of bad. The Keeper of Secrets actually upon release was actually a good data sheet in this edition. It was a really strong, perfectly fine. It had some really good uses. It saw plenty of competitive play. And then we saw the pseudo codex for Chaos Demons where they got re-indexed basically. And then the Keeper of Secrets stocks went.
Yeah. So the Keeper of Secrets is this fast moving, hard hitting combat monster.
Yeah.
And its combat is 6 attacks of strength 8 AP2 damage 3 and 4 extra attacks of strength 6 AP2 damage 3 dev wounds. So it's 10 damage 3 attack claws. Where this falls short is that they're strength 6 or 8. And so the Keeper has this niche of being a chaos demon that's pretty solid at killing infantry and is really not good at killing a rhino.
It's really bad killing a rhino.
And for a greater demon that is priced like a greater demon, that's a really hard place.
Yeah, I think Keepers are still the most expensive after the change as well.
Look, you don't have to say it like that.
It's very expensive.
I think the Keeper actually went down 40 points 3 months ago.
Let's find out.
Yeah, I think it went down 40 points, and it's just that nobody noticed because
they did. They're 240 now. Yes, the Keeper Secrets. Matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. The Keeper Secrets is in fact 240 now, so it's actually the cheapest now. It was the most expensive,
and it went to the cheapest, and no one dies.
Wow.
They're inherently -1 to hit on the datasheet, which is honestly pretty good.
It's actually not bad.
And then they have a 6-inch aura of melee +1 AP for Slaanesh damage, which again, 2 perfectly serviceable rules in here.
Yeah.
The problem is that what the Keeper is and what it should be are diametrically opposed. What the Keeper should be is fast moving, almost inescapable combat death.
Yep.
And what it is scared of walking over guardsmen and also very unlikely to kill those guardsmen.
Yeah, what was really nice about the Keeper when it had the Feel No Pain right before it reindex is that the Keeper was this really good brawler in the middle of the table. So it wasn't as quite as tough as your 4 Feel No Pain, Grid and Clean one.
No.
Right. However, it was pretty good at clearing out infantry. Right. So they could go in, be this really tough thing. If you get the Wit Stealer sword, you could also make it heal after it killed models. It was a nice menacing guy. But without that feel no pain, this is a very easy to kill model. That's like the really big problem, is that it has to get into the melee, right? It's not like a Lord of Change where it can kind of fire from 18 inches away. It can kind of kite, try and like move around the table. This must go into the pit. Right? It has to. And it doesn't have fly, so it gets move blocked, right? So it has to brawl just in the middle of the table.
Yes.
So sad.
And then it's really bad at killing tough targets.
It's really bad.
And that's what kills me, is that like the reason that we would say this needs more love than Trazen, even though this is better than Trazen, not gonna pretend this is a worse data sheet than Trazen, the Infinite Nothing is that like this is supposed to be an iconic model, like the avatar of one of the 4 chaos gods on the table.
It's the closest you can get to like the chaos god, right?
And it can't kill a rhino.
Yeah.
Because it's strength 6 or 8. And like maybe if you overcharge the gun, you take the living whip, you shoot the living whip and Phantasmagoria at the rhino, and then you charge it. You might chip it enough that maybe you can roll a couple of extra 5s to hit to wound and then punch through this rhino.
Yeah.
Like it could kill a rhino. But if you told me that I had to kill the rhino to consolidate onto the objective to take the objective away from the rhino, I wouldn't feel like that's a good plan.
No.
Because you're just going to go hit wound on 5s.
It's really sad because you used to see this problem with like Great Unclean Ones, because Great Unclean Ones used to be
Strength 8.
They used to be strength 8, so they like also like couldn't kill rhinos. And then GW was like, oh, that's so unreasonable that a Great Unclean One can't defeat a rhino. And then they made it so that, you know, at least
like
the Great Unclean One
now.
could get it right. Yeah, it's strength 10 now. And it got +1 damage on its melee profile as well. So it's D6 +1 like last cannon.
So now it's better in combat than a keeper.
It's better in combat than a Keeper of Secrets, right? So the Great Unclean One used to be the worst in combat. And now the Keeper of Secrets is the worst in combat because they changed the Great Unclean One. But at the same time, Keepers just got... It was just like a really weird time in Demon's life when the Keeper of Secret got changed, because lots of Demon datasheets saw massive improvements across the board. But Slaanesh, because Legion of Excess at the time was so powerful, just got ankle stabbed, like removed from the game. We haven't seen Slaanesh since then, and it's really frustrating.
I agree. Slaanesh is the only Chaos God that I favor.
That is true. That is the only Chaos God you favor. It's the only one. So I'd really like to see like Slaanesh just be around again, right?
I feel like I'm in Age of Sigmar where Slaanesh has disappeared and I have to go on a magical quest to find it.
And like Shalaxi, also basically a keeper that used to be like a very powerful monster vehicle hunter, lost a ton of rules, lost the feel no pain. I mean, she used to be my Empress, dude. She was my queen. I would do anything for Shalaxi. And now she's just sad.
Just sad.
So I'd really like to see keepers get some love across the board.
Yeah, and because at the moment they just do nothing.
They don't.
That's tragic. That's why it's on the list. Next on this list, though, is this is for you, Michael. This is number 3, the Whir Boy.
Okay, yeah. So here I have a fun game for the audience. Okay, tell me what a Whir Boy does right now. Go to the comments and tell me what it does. Right, because I guarantee you, I think almost nobody can recite the rules of a Whir Boy.
I know,
right? We did review it, so that is
the only reason.
Okay, so the Whir Boy is, you know, the kill rig,
yeah,
the little psyker that sits on top of it,
obviously,
right? He can be built into his own model. Now you do have to buy the kill rig kit, I believe, to do that. But you can get the little Whir Boy and put him on his own little base.
That's good.
So what?
If you build a hunter rig, obviously.
You don't get the Whir Boy. Oh, I was like, yeah, that's right.
You build a hunter rig, and then
you get a hunter rig, and you get a Whir Boy,
BOGO.
right? So the Whir Boy has a silly little gun, the Eyes of Mork, right? D6 shots, range 18,
okay,
strength 8,
okay,
AP 3 for 2.
Wow.
But something really important here: he's still an orc, so he hits on 5s.
Yeah.
There's no way to make that better.
No.
Now, for every 5 models in the unit, right, you get an extra 2 attack on the Eyes of Mork. So you're like, whoa, dude, if I put this with 20 Beast Snag Boys,
it's like +8.
That's D6 +8. Something really important about Beast Snag Boys, though. You don't get 2 characters on Beast Snag Boys. You get 1 character.
And he can only join Beast Snag Boys.
He can only join Beast Snag Boys.
Only Beast Snaggers. And it's not nearby. It's in the unit.
In the unit. Unit he's leading, right? So you could, give your whole Beast Snag Boy unit +1 to hit. You could do that. Or you could even take a Pain boss. Give the whole unit a 5-up feel no pain. Or you could give 8 shots to the Eyes of Mork.
That's like 2 extra hits.
You could give 8 shots.
Like 2 extra hits.
2 extra hits.
Maybe 3.
At strength 8, AP 3 for 2.
I mean,
That's
strength to
I mean,
3
when it
damage
hits,
too?
dude, it hits.
That's right. Like a good gun.
You know, you need to play this in Mordaka.
Oh my God, dude.
Mordaka.
No.
Dude, this was the secret Mordaka tech that we missed, that you could have taken this guy, put in 20 orc boys, give him assault, sus 2.
That would have been really good in the log.
You could even made it AP4.
Oh.
That would have been incredible.
That's pretty strong.
And you could have put this unit in the wall.
Should have started there.
Missed it.
Missed it.
Okay, so he also has another rule, though.
Yes.
Second rule, okay. So within 18 inches, your opponent's command phase, on a 2-up, your opponent will be -2 to all battle shock tests. Now, of course, this is relevant, for the following battle shock phase, right?
Yeah, you just do it then.
But there is no triggered battle shock tester. And if you roll a 1, you take D3 mortals. Of course, you got to.
But it's your opponent's command phase. You already know who has to take battle shock tests. You just pick one of those units that's in front of the orc army and is about to, because you obviously just punched them a lot.
Yeah.
You shot them with the Eyes of Mork, which almost certainly brought them below.
Right, the below half strength.
Below half strength. This might be secret tech, Michael.
No, I've missed it this whole time. The Werboy. Yeah. So really, the problem here is orcs don't have ways to trigger battle shock test for the -2 battle shock rule. It is neat that you can make them -2 when they're below half strength, because I failed to kill them with my melee army in combat to then battle shock them. That
is cool.
That's neat. But I'd rather just be a psychomancer and just make them actually take one.
Counterpoint, what if you just had a beast boss, and instead of them being below half strength,
you just killed them
any strength?
What if they were just dead? Yeah. So you've never seen a Warboy on the table.
No.
Ever. I don't even have one painted, and I owned like the orc range, right?
Are you really an orc player if you don't have a Warboy painted?
I guess not, dude. So he's really awesome when he sits on the kill rig and he gives it an assault auto hitting las cannon. But the moment he gets off the kill rig, he loses all that power. It's all gone. So big thumbs down on the Werboy. He doesn't really
doesn't do much.
Do anything.
And he needs a rule to do something.
He just so for instance, the Weird Boy lets you teleport.
That's cool.
That's a pretty good rule when it matters, right? But this guy doesn't do anything. So goodbye, Werboy.
Sorry, Werboy.
See you in the next one.
We are getting close to the end, folks.
Right.
Number 2 on this list. Who needs the most buffs? We're going to go with Niall Stormcaller, not Nigel. Niall.
So this guy just came out with the new Space Wolf range.
Yeah.
Right. And his model is super awesome. He's got the whole Odin thing going on. He's got the cool raven on his shoulder.
I'm a sucker for him. He's
got the eye patch.
I'm going to be honest.
Looks awesome.
Love a bird.
Right. His melee and his guns are kind of okay. So he has a 2d6 overcharge version of his psychic weapon that's sustained 2, which isn't the worst or anything. It just doesn't ignores cover. It's 6/1/1 or something along those lines. It's a really good chaff killer, but that's about it.
Kills
right.
Some elves.
Yeah. And then his melee is also sus 2. It's just a power staff.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy on it.
It's an empathic obliterator.
Better.
Oh, wow.
Better than an empathic obliterator.
Okay,
because it's 6/1d3.
Oh, wow. AP?
Or he might be flat 2 or something along those
lines.
Has
AP, though. I mean, it has AP. It's not AP 0. That's better than the empathic obliterator.
He's D3 damage and he's strength 7. So he's +1 strength.
But he has AP.
But he has AP. He has AP 1. More powerful than the empathic obliterator. Okay. So the real problem that this guy has is that his ability sounds really awesome, but it's not that great. So he can lead head takers, blood claws, gray hunters. Okay. Right. His special rule that's actually good is assault on all your guns. Notably, none of those units really shoot. The gray hunters have bolt carbines.
They even get a melta?
No.
Wow.
They just have bolt carbines.
Just bolts.
Just bolt weapons. 2 shots, rapid fire 1-4-0-1.
Okay.
Nothing, not one special ability outside that. Okay. And then he gives you auto advance 6, which is cool.
Yeah.
Except he doesn't give any melee buffs.
And he also doesn't give advance in charge.
And he doesn't give advance in charge, so you need another way to go it. So I went on a brief rabbit hole in Stormlands with this, where I was I give this with 10 Grey Hunters. I take Niall. I pay more than 6 Thunderwolf Cavalry points for 10 Intercessor bodies that will shoot cultist.
Yeah.
I played it for 1 game And he did get fired after that. I discovered that was not something I really needed in my life.
Yeah.
Blood Claws do advance and charge natively, right? So you can auto advance 6 and advance and charge.
But then you're not Ragnar.
But then you're like not Ragnar, so you don't actually kill anything, right?
MC the problem, yeah.
So he's like this cool, move fast, get assault. He himself has a decent gun. Like clearly really wants to be with some kind of like mobile gun, like a long thing that they took away from us.
He wants to be with Sternguard veterans.
Something like that. Yes, exactly. Like something like a Sternguard veteran. It'd be like a really good use for him, right?
Yeah.
But he can't lead anything that's useful for him because they took away all the Space Wolf gun units, and Space Wolf leaders can only lead Space Wolf units. So then there's no cool unit to give assault with auto 6, and it just doesn't work. It literally just doesn't work. So he doesn't actually do anything. And then his so his other ability.
Yeah. He has more.
He has one more ability. It's called Storm Racked.
Okay.
Okay. So in your shooting phase, when you shoot something with this living lightning, okay, you shoot it, you storm rack it.
Okay.
This just happens.
Sounds
They
great.
don't got to roll or anything.
Oh, yeah.
They're minus 6 inches to their ranged weapons, excluding monsters and vehicles, also to a minimum of 12.
Okay. So the Noise Marines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
They're storm racked the clouds.
Which
dude.
notably you auto 6 advanced into. So
range
you're
of this gun?
I think it's 18. I'll double
So they can always shoot you back.
Oh, no, it's 24.
Oh,
It's 24.
you could shoot a Noise Marine squad from 23 inches away and just like, dance at them. It's like, I can't shoot you back.
Yeah, that's technically bad.
Yeah, it's storm racked.
And then I just stand there with my 10 blood claws or gray hunters and just be like,
after you killed one Noise Marine,
yeah. So
then I have to get back in the rhino so that I can shoot you.
there are some technical cool applications that this gun could have had. For instance, like if you could take flamers down to 6 inches and then you could like manipulate an Overwatch or something along those lines. Or like if you could hit monsters and vehicles and like make it so that your firing deck isn't as cool or something along those lines. But you can't.
I feel like he should just have an 18-inch load up for his unit because there's clouds around him.
Yeah.
Just like that.
It just needs
It's fine.
something else.
His unit, you're minus 6 inches to shoot at.
Yeah, even that would be totally fine. Like the old light Harlequin rule or whatever, right?
Just for his unit, not Nora.
So his ability that he leads with doesn't really matter because he gives assault. The auto advance 6 is fine. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not paying 75 points for like a character that gives just auto advance 6, which is functionally what we're paying for right now.
Yep.
His gun is okay, not enough to write home about. His melee is okay, not enough to write home about. With a buff that's anti-synergistic to all the things he leads into a debuff and shooting, which is so incredibly niche, it's never gonna matter.
Yep.
It's like this pile of stuff that looks like it does something, but it just doesn't. Which is sad because this guy just came out.
And he's got a cool model.
And he's a super sick model. So, and he got changed into like Primaris armor, right? So then
He's just a Terminator, right?
he used to be a Terminator armor.
Oh,
Not anymore.
He's now
He's
because
Primaris.
he joins the Primaris. He doesn't join the Terminators.
Yeah. So he
point.
joins all the new Primaris Space Wolf guys.
Okay.
So big sad. Nald like literally doesn't do anything. And I really want him to work because his model's awesome. So sad face.
So our number 2 spot here was a Space Marine power armor with questionable rules to lead his unit and a bird.
Yeah.
Let's move on to number 1.
What could number 1 be, John?
Khan!
Is that dude in power armor with questionable rules with a bird?
Yeah.
Wow, how
So
convenient.
we have Corsaro Khan as the number 1 character who needs a rules update in Warhammer 40k.
And this is the old con.
This is Corsaro
Not
Khan.
Subu Khan.
No,
Whatever his name is.
Subodin Khan
Subodin
is a
Khan.
perfectly legitimate data sheet with perfectly fine rules.
Okay,
Very
got it.
acceptable.
Got it. So this is
not mad at all.
different
This is
guy.
Corsaro Khan.
Okay.
The one you haven't seen in a while. He's the captain of the 3rd company or the Brotherhood. And his whole thing is that he's like the headhunter. He goes after characters.
That's cool.
Right? So his combat, 6 attacks of 522 precision.
That's bad.
It's not good. He has a bolt pistol.
Bad.
And his rules are that he gives his unit lance and assault.
Okay, that's like not
That sounds good.
Yeah.
And then if he kills a character with his attacks, not his unit's attacks, his attacks,
Okay.
you get +1 CP.
Sure.
Now, Corsaro Khan is no longer actually awful because he has gone down 10 points every year until he's finally like so cheap that he's the cheapest character available.
What is he now?
He's 65.
That's pretty
He's
cheap.
very cheap.
It's pretty cheap.
The problem is that he's supposed to be a character killing like
Machine.
He's supposed to be like a bad man. He's supposed to be good. So what he used to be was he used to be a 6-inch aura of Lance, and he rerolled wounds against characters.
That was good.
That was good.
That's good.
That he is not that anymore.
He's not that.
He was also, like White Scars, he was +1 damage on the charge, +1 AP, all these cool things.
Yeah.
But that's fine. So let me tell you about who he leads. Because you're thinking,
Oh, this is going to be the problem.
who am I going to give this Lance and Assault to?
I see.
Let me read this out for you, buddy. Okay.
All right, I'm listening.
'Cause, like, some of this is going to be like somewhat defensible.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a good number. He's going to lead Assault Intercessors who have bolt pistols.
Sure.
And you can lead Blade Guard Veterans who have bolt pistols. So we're going to assault all these bolt pistols. That's pretty useful.
Yeah.
You can lead Company Heroes, which is probably where you put them. And you know what? You got assault on that one heavy bolter in there.
Right.
Intercessors who have assault on their weapons.
Right.
And Stern Guard Veterans.
Kind of assault on their weapon.
They have assault on their weapons. So he gives assault. You could actually say you give assault to your units bolt pistols, and it would be the same.
It would be the same role.
Technically, he can lead tactical squads, but it's such a fake thing that I'm going to ignore it.
Yeah.
But so you're like, okay, so he doesn't actually give you assault, but like he still is like a cheap character who gives lance,
That's not a bad role.
and that's not bad. It's +1 to wound sometimes. Now, Space Marines already have a character that can give your unit +1 to wound, the Chaplain.
Oh, right. And that's just all the time.
So you're just.
I was like, where's he going?
And he's
with the
not.
dice?
He's not like good in combat. He's like, is he better than a Chaplain in combat?
Yeah, technically, yes.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
He's like 1 extra attack in AP.
Oh, is this guy your chapter master?
He's the captain. He's not the chapter master.
Not a chapter master. Okay, he's the captain, man. Okay.
That's why he's 65 points, because he just kept getting cheaper.
Right.
But that's what Corsaro does. He's just an epic hero of a chaplain, because he's not a captain.
No, he's
Like
not.
he is a captain of the lore, but like he doesn't give you a free strat. He doesn't like hit as hard as a captain.
No.
Like he's more.
That he's the headhunter. He needs to be like AP 3 for 3, like chop your
he
head
needs
off,
to be,
right?
He's inherently precision, which is adorable, but he's strength like 5.
Yeah, he needs to be like 8 AP 3 for 3.
He's strength 5.
Yeah.
Not even 6. Strength 5.
That's not good.
The last time I put Khan on the table, because I keep trying, even though I think he's awful, was I charged him in a company hero squad into a Wraith unit, because I'm like, oh, Lance, and then the chapter champion in the company heroes has precision, so they both have precision. Right. I did 1 damage to a Technomancer.
That's pretty
I
bad.
was like, okay.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, because you don't want to swing him on the oath target, because like his whole thing is that he gives +1 to wound.
Right.
And so if you're going to charge the oath target, like what are you doing?
Yeah,
so you're just
you're-
going in there with like 6 attacks, no rerolls.
You're super +1 to win.
His Amzuk, his bird, no longer has rules. He used to do mortals and doesn't have rules anymore. He's like the famous headhunter duelist, but he is the first duelist character of the edition. And so if he kills a character +1 CP, and that's how they represent that he's good in combat, they forgot to make him able to kill a character.
Goodbye, Pseudocon. not Pseudocons. This is
Corsaro.
Sorry, Corsaro. Whatever
Corsaro
con.
gone. It just
Corsaro.
means his rules gone, new rules inserted. And he's number
Corsaro.
1 on the list because of how sad it is that they have correctly done Corsaro Con before. Corsaro Con has been good several times.
Yeah.
He used to be a resin model on foot. You had the option to buy him a bike, Moondraken. He was one of the only characters, like epic heroes, that had warrior options, because you could buy him a bike. They never made a model for that.
Oh, that's actually kind of
You
cool.
could buy him
That's
a
actually
bike,
cool. That's
and they
actually
took
really
it
cool.
away from him.
Yeah. That's how the Disc of Zinch used to work.
Yeah, and that's why White Scars for like 3 editions didn't have a bike character, and everyone was mad about it. And now we do have one. Thank you, Games Workshop. That was really nice of you.
Yep.
But then he was good in 8th edition when he was only on foot. But he rerolled wounds against characters. He gave everyone around him lance, which was really cool because that wasn't a thing you could replicate at the time. Now the chaplain does it. Oath does it. I have stratagems for it. I don't need +1 to wound on my Stern Guard veterans.
Yeah. Yeah, this is thumbs down.
It just does nothing.
He's just outdated.
He's just outdated. And so Games Workshop, please fix Corsaro Con.
Is he plastic or is he?
Oh, he's plastic. He's got a good model.
Oh man, it's even a plastic model.
He's got a good model.
Okay, see, I didn't know if maybe this is like an old resin character that just, you know,
They just
like
haven't
lost to time.
No, Corsair Khan is
No, this is an actual
this is an actual model.
Okay, I got it.
He was a king. He was a king.
That's actually really rough.
I have won tournaments with Corsair Khan in not 10th edition.
He's got some trays and energy
He does.
with plastic.
I know, it's plastic though.
Okay, all right.
GW, give Space Marines just like one more update. Come on. Just like one more. It's not Ultramarines, it'll be fine.
And that's going to wrap us up.
That's it.
Yep. So thank you everyone very much for watching. Please feel free to put in the comments down below like your own models you think you need to be fixed. There are literally so many models in this technical game that need to be fixed. Yeah, there was a huge list and we went through. These are just kind of what we decided to talk about for this one. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, check out the War Room, become a member of the channel, and then we will see you guys in the next one.
That's all for now. Bye-bye.